What is going on, everybody? It's RayD-TCG here, coming at you live from TCS yet again. And here we have tonight's local champion. What's your name and what are you playing?
My name is Brandon, and I play the Yubel, Fiendsmith Yubel.
All right. Well, that's awesome, man. And tell us a little bit about yourself. This is my first time meeting you here.
So I used to live in South Carolina like years ago. I moved to DC like 2 years ago, and I just got back a few weeks ago. So this is my first time at this local, actually.
Word. All right. Well, yeah, we're happy to have you. And without any further ado, let's slide right on into that main deck.
It's 48 cards, but it's Yubel, so I think you need to play a lot of monsters to kind of drown out the bricks that you play. So 3 Beckoning Beast, 3 Lotus, 2 Spirit, 1 regular Yubel, 1 Terror Incarnate. Pretty standard. I play 2 Gruesome Grave, I see some people playing 1. I think it's just better to play 2 in your deck. Something weird, I only play 2 Fiendsmith, a lot of people play 3. I think one of the problems the deck has is you draw a lot of the repetitive cards that you can only activate once. And so drawing like multiples of these is kind of crappy because it basically means that if you draw 2, you only have 4 cards to start with. And I wanted to try to cut down on that, so I just cut this down to 2. And then like if you think about it, any 2 cards in your deck is combo. So like trying to open this card isn't super important. As long as you can play, you can always get to it. So it's like not that important. The one on Lacrim, I actually hate this card. It's an extra normal summon, which the deck already has too many of. But it's a necessary evil, so you gotta play it. And then obviously the Fable. 1 Unchained, because you have to play it. And then shout out to Pat. So the 2 Millennium cards. So this doesn't actually go with the deck, but if you remember the concept that any 2 monsters is gain, this is why we play this. This also allows you to play up with the chummies, because they're especially from the spell and trap zone. So if they chummy, you can still kind of play without giving them that many draws. This also allows you to play sometimes on the draw. Like if they have draw, but you only have one of these in your hand, or like if you think they have draw, you can just resolve this, get this, and then if they draw you, these are still 2 monsters for combo. And then even if your hand is 4 hand traps, if you just have this is full Fiendsmith combo. So like it doesn't matter. And then the rest of my deck is just hand trap. Well, the rest of the monsters are just hand trap. So I play 3 Fualas, 3 Perulia. I'm main decking all 6 of them. Because the problem with the deck is you just need a variation of hand traps. So you need to either draw this or the actual hand traps. But again, you don't want to draw like repetitive cards that do the same thing over and over. So this will dig you to variants of cards that you can play that you can use in your opponent's turn. And then worst case scenario, if they decide to take the challenge, it'll draw you enough engine where you can probably play through it because you have so much engine.
Who wants what?
It was the most riveting.
3 Ash, then 1 Bell, 1 Ogre, 1 Baylor. Again, this is the most impactful one, so that's where you want to put 3 Ash. But again, you want to have different cards that you can draw off of the Perulias, or off of the Charmies, excuse me, that you can play. And these are all the best ones. I was playing multiple Baylors, but like you'll lose the tempo if they shift you. You play this because you can play it if they still shift you. This is good because of like the Snake Eye deck. So these are just all really good, but this is like obviously the best one. So you want to play multiple of that. Plus, this stops the Charmies where the other ones don't. So that's also why it's important. So that's it for the monsters. Spells is just 1 opening. I play 2 Nightmare Pain. Some people only play 1. Definitely disagree with that. If this card ever gets Chaos Angel, you just lose. So being able to have 2 in your deck is super important. And a lot of times your opponent doesn't expect you to have the second one, so you'll just win because you have 2. Also, hard drawing this on the draw is like nuts. So. 3 Nightmare Pain, or 3 Nightmare Throne. The 1 Winter Temple that you search off of the Millennium stuff. And then Terraforming to get to the field spells. I play 1 Saint. A lot of people aren't playing this in the Yubel deck. I think a lot of people are kind of hip to it now because of the YCS. That cash Fiendsmith deck plays this. This card's really, really good. It's full combo. Even if they draw you, you go Fiendsmith, search this. If they have draw, you can just play it and you'll win. Whereas if you search the track off of the Fiendsmith and they draw you, you can't do anything with this. So that's why this is just infinitely better. But both of them are necessary. 1 side rotation because all the field spells.
Oh yeah, I actually lost to that card, ladies and gentlemen. It's such a good card though. Like I play it in the deck I played tonight too. It's really a good one. I'm so glad to see other people playing this too.
Yeah, it's also because it plays around Imperm, and then if you shotgun it in standby phase, if they have any of the Charmies, they have to play them because then they'll control the card and they won't be able to charm you.
Yeah.
So it's pretty nice. Then 1 for 1, and then the last card, Call By. I draw this card way too much in the 48 card deck. I don't know what the hell, but I always seem to draw this card. And the last 4 cards are just traps. It's obviously 3 Empire, and then the 1 Escape. I play double Yamas. You'll see when I get to the extract. I think this is just infinitely better than the Monster Reborn trap because this plays around like evilly and stuff, where the other one doesn't. And so I just like this better. Plus, once you make the board and have an insulated pop, a lot of times it's just too much for your opponent to beat you. So, so as I said before, I play double Yama. You just need it for the combo. I like playing double Yama. The 1 Moon, 1 Requiem, 1 Sequence for the Fiendsmith package. Play the Solar Rage obviously for the combo. Play the Mudcracker and the SP. Then for fusions, you just play the Necrocoil, the Area Leader, Desiree, and double Phantom. I wish you could play 3 of this card, but just because of space, you can only fit 2, so you have to like cycle it correctly. It doesn't come up too often. There has been a couple games where I needed the third one, but it's not enough for me to cut something like a Yama to play the third one. One Caesar, and then the last card is Vergers. This card's great. Yeah, so side deck, one Red Resonator. You just sign this for time. I don't intentionally want to go into time, but I also understand that time is an aspect of the game that we're playing.
Yeah.
So I think it would be foolish not to have some kind of time card in your side deck. The only reason I wouldn't have a time card in my side deck is that, like, if my main deck had a way to manipulate my life, which it doesn't, so you have to play this. Well, this is cool because it's a Fiend, and so you can get it at any point during the combo, and you can just win. 3 Heat Waves. This card's kind of random, but it's really, really good. So you're siding it because it's basically kind of a counter side because you know people are going to side it Chubbies and Shifter.
And you can make people think that you're playing Tenpai. Yeah.
I'm not much trying to do that.
I'm kidding.
I'm trying to basically, like, if they chubby you, because you're playing Phantom, nobody wants you to go first action, main phase, make this, because if you do that, then they won't be able to hand trap you. So if they have hand traps, they're generally going to play them in the side deck, in the standby phase. So if they do that, you can just Heat Wave in main phase and get your turn back. This also is why the set rotation is good, because post-sided, when you go set rotation, you always do it in standby phase. So if you draw this, they have to chubby you in standby phase. Cool, activate Heat Wave. And so now you'll start your turn with setting Lotus Pass. Your opponent, all they can do is set a monster and pass back to you. You're going to flip Lotus as your first action next turn. You're just going to try to play. And if that doesn't work, you'll normal summon. You just do whatever you want. So Heat Wave is just really good.
Oh, I do love the Venom deck.
3 droplets. Everybody's playing like these combo break your board decks. And a lot of times, like the Yubel deck, if they go first and they do a full combo, there's not really a way that you can break it unless you have this card.
Oh, yeah.
Same thing with Snake Eye. That makes it pretty powerful.
Yeah, I play 3 droplet in main because I like having stuff in grave.
Yeah,
so
like sometimes you just make this, they make overwhelming boards. You just can't beat it. So you need this card to be able to mitigate some of that. So that's why I'm playing it. Double Cosmic. There's a lot of Centurion and
Cosmic just hard counters the Centurion field spell.
yeah, there's a lot of Centurion, and it's also good against the Fire Kings they got next. You get an island with it, so that's why I'm playing this. It also beats like deck lockdown, which destroys your deck. Like if you can't get the SP, you can't beat them. So you need 2 of that. 2 Thrust. Thrust helps you get to a lot of the main deck cards, but also helps you get to the side deck stuff. One of which is being evenly matched. It gives you another way where you can side like Thrust in, going first or second. Because going second, you can leave these in because it searches for evenly match. And then going first, if you play against Tenpai, you side it threatening. So if they shifter you, you just set threatening and pass. You'll threaten them, they'll skip their turn because they can't kill you. You'll get the turn back and now you're not under shifter anymore. And so like you can just play.
Do you have any shout-outs you want to give to anybody?
Yeah, shout outs to everybody at the locals. Shout out to everybody back in Maryland, DC, where I normally used to test at. Shout out to my boy Rolly in Baltimore, Pat, Willie, everybody. Shout out to everybody.
Yeah, dude. Hell, hey man, I appreciate you doing this deck profile for me, and congratulations on topping tonight.
Appreciate it. Thank
Yep,
you.
and I look forward to seeing you guys in the next one. Pass turn.